Ashley and Chantel's mom, Karen.
Chantel, you are being a sucker.
Your mom was pissed off.
She came here to try to ruin what we got, right? I've never been rude to you, but today is the only time I'm probably gonna be rude to you.
I'm about to get rude.
Because I ain't never been that way to you. I'm about to get crazy.
Oh, I'm about to get crazy too.
Try it.
When it comes to drama, heartbreak, and shocking revelations, 90 Day Fiancé star Chantel Everett has never been one to shy away from the spotlight. But this time, the spotlight isn't just on her. It's on her family, her mother Karen, and her surprising new love story with none other than her best friend, Ashley. For years, fans watched Chantel's roller coaster marriage with Pedro Jimeno unravel right before their eyes. That relationship gave her fame, attention, and a fan base that has followed her through every twist and turn. But now, Chantel has stepped into an entirely new chapter of her life, one that no one saw coming. After openly declaring that she is attracted to women, Chantel shocked fans when she revealed her romance with Ashley, her longtime best friend. The spark between them had always been there, but it wasn't until Chantel remembered a passionate kiss they once shared in a bar that she realized her feelings ran much deeper than friendship. That moment of clarity made her question everything she thought she knew about love. Ashley, too, had quietly held on to her own emotions. For years, she had harbored a secret affection for Chantel, unsure if she should confess. But just before Chantel's trip to Mexico, Ashley finally broke her silence during a vulnerable video call, admitting she had been in love with her all along. For Chantel, it was a revelation that both stunned her and reignited her hope for love. But of course, in true 90 Day Fiancé fashion, no love story comes without chaos. Enter Karen Everett, Chantel's fiery and outspoken mother. If there's one thing Karen has been consistent about, it's her dominating presence in her daughter's relationships. From the very beginning, Karen has had strong opinions about Chantel's choices, and this time was no different. When Chantel went public about dating Ashley, Karen made her feelings crystal clear. During the explosive tell-all event, she shocked the cast by criticizing her daughter's same-sex relationship, even going so far as to call it trash. She lashed out in frustration, labeling Chantel a sucker for defying her. And when Ashley tried to defend herself, Karen doubled down, unleashing her ruthless side for everyone to see. The tension escalated quickly, leaving Chantel heartbroken and in tears. For years, fans have watched Chantel and Karen's mother-daughter bond teeter between love and conflict. And while Chantel has always leaned on her mother's opinion, this time, Karen's disapproval cut deeper than ever before. It's not the first time Chantel's love life has been under attack by her own family. Fans will remember the chaos surrounding her secret engagement to Pedro, which left her family frozen in shock. Karen never fully approved of him, and now she has made it clear she's equally disgusted by Chantel's choice to love a woman. But hey, race the twist! Despite the drama, despite the tears, Chantel isn't backing down. She has been teasing fans with bold statements about kissing Ashley, about how she can't get her out of her head, and how she dreams of bringing their undeniable chemistry to reality TV. Chantel has always been a natural when it comes to creating unforgettable storylines, and some insiders speculate that she might already be pushing for a spin-off dedicated entirely to her romance with Ashley. After all, Chantel knows exactly how to command the cameras. Whether it's through moments of raw vulnerability or through shocking stunts like bearing it all on screen just to spark a reaction, she thrives on the attention. And fans, well, they can't look away. So what's next for Chantel Everett? Will Ashley be the love that finally gives her the happily ever after she's been searching for? Or will Karen's fierce disapproval tear them apart before their story has even begun? One thing is certain, whatever Chantel does on reality TV, audiences will always be there, glued to the screen. Because Chantel Everett doesn't just live her life, she turns it into pure, unfiltered entertainment.
He's talking about the people who cared about him.
Nobody's saying anything now.
I agree with Rob in this case, unfortunately. But I also think you're being a boy and playing the field. I don't know how you can stand here and talk about these two ladies and me for you to set your text behind my back when I've been here for you the whole time? And be upset that I'm not going to punch Rob in the face. But guess what I want to do right now, bro, is punch you in the face.
When it comes to shocking betrayals and jaw-dropping revelations, 90 Day Fiancé, Hunt for Love continues to outdo itself. And this time, The spotlight is burning hot on Carlo, a man whose charming exterior might just be hiding a darker side. Because according to his castmate Cole, Carlo has been running his mouth behind people's backs, and the insults are downright cruel. Yes, you heard that right. Carlo has been accused of calling Tiffany, the very woman who trusted him, supported him, and cared for him, fat and ugly. That's not just a slip of the tongue, that's straight-up body shaming. And Cole isn't just making vague accusations, he claims to have receipts, and he brought them front and center for everyone to see. Let's rewind for a moment. Tiffany and Carlos' romance was one of the more complicated relationships on Hunt for Love. Tiffany was juggling her infamous quadrangle, yet her feelings for Carlo were strong. But in one of the show's biggest betrayals, Tiffany's friend Elise Benson hooked up with Carlo behind her back. That revelation devastated Tiffany, breaking her trust and creating one of the most dramatic storylines of the season. And now, Elise and Carlo appear to be together, posting pictures, traveling, and showing off their new romance. But just when fans thought the love triangle couldn't get messy, the tell-all has completely flipped the script. According to Cole, Carlo has a nasty habit of talking badly about everyone behind closed doors. Not only did he insult Tiffany, but he's also been running down Elise and even Cole himself. During the tell-all taping, Cole went nuclear, accusing Carlo of flat-out calling Tiffany fat and ugly. And then came the bombshell moment. Producers rolled out the receipts. Real texts from Carlo bragging about how Franco had never been with someone who looked like him and making cruel comments about Tiffany's weight, claiming she used to weigh 300 pounds just 5 years ago. The entire room was stunned. But it didn't stop there. Carlo had also been talking about Elise, the very woman he's currently with. In those same messages, he referred to her as a dumb bitch behind her back. Fans were floored. How do you insult someone you're romantically involved with? Tiffany was furious. In her rage, she turned to Colt and Courtney, two people who had defended Carlo throughout the season, and demanded they justify him now. Could they still defend him after seeing those receipts? And what about Carlo himself? Faced with the accusations, the texts, and Tiffany's rage, Carlo had nothing to say. No denial, no defense, just silence. And in that silence, many fans felt they heard the truth. But Cole wasn't done. Already fired up, he admitted that while he couldn't punch Rob in the face during filming, the one person he definitely wanted to punch now was Carlo. The intensity escalated so quickly that, according to an exclusive clip from Access Hollywood, producers and castmates had to physically hold Cole back to stop him from attacking Carlo on stage. The atmosphere was pure chaos. So what happens next? Will Carlo finally step up and explain himself, or is his silence the confirmation that fans didn't want but expected? One thing is for sure, the tell-all has blown the lid off Carlo's carefully polished image. In the world of 90 Day Fiancé, reputations are built and destroyed in a matter of seconds. And for Carlo, this might just be the beginning of his biggest downfall yet.
Why crying? I'm explaining them also I have an issue in myself too.
I'm not saying that.
No, I'm saying also I have issue in myself because also it's like
Spokojno. Govori spokojno.
I don't want you crying.
Let me feel, please.
Emotions run high in the newest episode of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, when Darcey Silva meets Georgi Rusev's parents in Bulgaria for the very first time. But instead of a warm welcome, the moment quickly spirals into tears, tension, and uncomfortable truths. This trip marks a major milestone for Georgi. It's the first time he's returned home in 13 years, and Darcy is not only the first woman he's ever introduced to his parents, she's also under enormous pressure to make a lasting impression. Georgi admits he's nervous, hoping his parents can focus on the joy of seeing him after so long without unnecessary stress. But right away, things don't go as planned. Georgi quietly notes that Darcy shows up in what he considers inappropriate clothes. And as they sit down for dinner, the atmosphere grows tense. Speaking in Bulgarian, Georgia's mother describes her son as a bit temperamental. Georgi explains that she simply means he doesn't always listen. But Darcy seizes the moment to voice her frustrations, telling his parents that she often feels left out of Georgia's life, that she's not getting everything she needs in their relationship. Georgi, trying to be honest, admits he has a problem sharing information. But instead of smoothing things over, his confession sparks more emotion. Darcy, overwhelmed, grabs a napkin and begins to cry at the dinner table. "Why are you crying?" Georgi asks, insisting he was only trying to explain his own flaws, something they had already discussed this season. He clarifies that he struggles to open up, not just to Darcy, but in general. Still, Darcy sobs, "I'm not saying that." Georgi's mom steps in, urging the couple to relax, calm down, and speak more gently with one another. She's clearly concerned, telling cameras in Bulgarian that it's worrisome to see someone cry over relationship problems during their very first family dinner together. Georgi, meanwhile, pleads with Darcy not to cry, but she insists on letting her emotions out, even as his parents look on uncomfortably. The dinner, meant to be a heartfelt introduction, quickly turns into a public display of the communication breakdown that has haunted Darcy and George's marriage. Will they be able to find common ground, or will this emotional meeting only highlight how fractured their relationship has become? Fans will see the full dinner play out when the new episode airs August 24th. When it comes to scandal, surprise, and unforgettable moments, 90 Day Fiancé never disappoints, and this time, all eyes are on Elise Benson. Fans can't stop talking about the star after not one, but two shocking wardrobe malfunctions were caught on camera. Yes, Elise has had her fair share of oops moments lately, and it's got both viewers and castmates buzzing. But that's not all. The tea runs deeper. Behind the slip-ups, Elise is also facing big relationship revelations that might just change everything. So what really went down? Let's start with the controversy that set the internet ablaze. During the filming of 90 Day Fiancé, Hunt for Love's first ever tell-all, Elise showed up in a bold, asymmetrical dress. It wrapped diagonally across her chest in a way that turned heads instantly. But while fixing her hair, the fabric shifted just enough to cause chaos. Suddenly, one side of her bust was fully exposed, right there on stage, in front of cast and crew. A shocked cast member immediately blurted out that her nipples were showing, and Elise scrambled to cover up. Though she fixed it within seconds, the cameras had already caught it all, and the footage quickly made its way online. But the drama didn't end there. Elise's second wardrobe malfunction came courtesy of her boyfriend, Carlo. The two were recording a playful reel together, hopping on a trending couples challenge. In the clip, Carlo flipped Elise upside down while she was dressed in a skimpy bikini. The problem? Her bottom slipped out of place, and suddenly, way more was revealed than intended. Her toned legs were covered by boots, but the rest? Completely exposed for the world to see. Fans immediately flooded the comments, slamming Carlo for being careless and questioning why he would even post such a revealing moment. Yet, here's where things get interesting. Elise herself didn't seem too bothered by either incident. In fact, her carefree attitude toward the so-called malfunctions has surprised many viewers. Why? Because Elise has always been flirty and playful with her castmates, and she has openly pushed boundaries before. Take her deal with Rob Warren, for example. Elise told him that if he kissed her, she'd flash her back to him as part of a joke. Sure enough, she followed through, showing off just enough while insisting it was harmless. According to Elise, these moments are not embarrassing accidents at all. They're just fun, playful, and part of who she is. For her, what others might call a wardrobe malfunction is simply another way to keep things lighthearted and entertaining. Now, while fans debate whether these incidents were truly slip-ups or intentional, Elise's relationship with Carlo remains strong. Despite doubts in the past, like when Tiffany accused Carlo of feeding Elise the same lines he gave her, Elise and Carlo seem more solid than ever. Carlo even confirmed in a recent reel that the couple traveled to spend quality time together, making memories and proving that they're still going strong. Still, these wardrobe mishaps raise an interesting question. Are Elise and Carlo deliberately leaning into shock value to stir conversation? Or are these just genuine accidents that conveniently keep them in the spotlight? Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain: Elise Benson knows how to make headlines. Whether it's her relationship drama, her daring fashion choices, or her willingness to laugh off moments that would make others hide in shame, she continues to give fans exactly what they crave: entertainment with a side of chaos. So, is Elise's story one of accidental embarrassment, or a carefully crafted way of keeping all eyes on her? Either way, she's proving that when it comes to 90 Day Fiancé stars, even a wardrobe malfunction can turn into must-watch TV. 90 Day Fiancé star Loren Brovarnik has always kept it real with her fans. But this time, Loren has shared one of the most personal and emotional confessions of her life. After months of speculation, she has finally confirmed the truth. She underwent a hysterectomy, completely shutting down the constant rumors that she was secretly pregnant with her fourth child. 4 months, Loren and her husband Alexei kept fans guessing. After all, this couple has already proven they're capable of surprises. In just a few short years, they welcomed 3 back-to-back babies, becoming one of TLC's busiest young families. Viewers wondered constantly, will they try for baby number 4? Especially after Loren often admitted she still had a case of baby fever. But in reality, behind the rumors, Loren was going through something much heavier. On a recent appearance on the Between Us Moms podcast, Loren revealed, "I actually got a hysterectomy 4.5 months ago, which I was very private about, but it's going to come out eventually." That admission stunned her fans. For Loren, this was not just a routine procedure. It was a life-altering decision that came after years of complications, surgeries, and health scares. Let's rewind. After the birth of her third child, Ari, Loren underwent what she proudly called her mommy makeover. The package of procedures included a tummy tuck to fix abdominal diastasis, liposuction, and a fat transfer to her breasts. Loren shared openly about wanting to feel confident again, calling it a natural mommy makeover. But while Loren celebrated the transformation, not everyone applauded her choice. Critics were quick to slam her, arguing that she was being selfish for going under the knife while raising 3 very young children. Others accused her of rushing into cosmetic procedures instead of focusing on recovery. But what fans didn't know was that Loren's body was already paying a steep price for her back-to-back pregnancies. She welcomed 3 children in less than 3 years, an extraordinary strain on her body. And when baby Ari came along, things took a terrifying turn. Loren revealed on the podcast that heiress birth nearly killed her. Her uterus began to rupture during labor, and within just minutes, doctors had to act to save both her life and her daughter's. "We got the neonatologist," Loren explained. "Ari was out of me 35 minutes later. If I had waited 5 more minutes, I would have died." That moment changed everything. While Loren admitted that she and Alexei were initially hoping for a 4th child, the reality was devastating. Her body could no longer handle it. Doctors made it clear, carrying another pregnancy would put her life at risk. It was a heartbreaking decision, but ultimately, Loren chose her health and her family. By having the hysterectomy just a few months ago, she has ensured she will be there for her husband and their 3 children. Still, Loren's confession hit fans hard. For years, viewers watched her thrive in motherhood, openly dreaming of a big family. Now, she's closing the chapter on having more biological children forever. And yet, in typical Loren fashion, she is handling it with grace, courage, and brutal honesty. She admitted the decision was extremely difficult to process, but also acknowledged the gift of survival. She chose life, health, and the chance to raise the children she already has, something her husband Alexei has always fiercely supported. For longtime fans, this confession sheds light on just how much Loren has been through behind the cameras. From the criticism of her surgeries, to the near-death complications during childbirth, to this permanent, life-changing procedure, her journey has been far from easy. But Loren has never been afraid to share her truth, no matter how messy or emotional it might be. And that's why fans continue to stand by her, because through it all, she remains raw, real, and completely relatable. So what's next for Loren Brovarnik? She may not be welcoming baby number 4, but she's opening a new chapter, one that focuses on health, healing, and embracing the family she already has. And as always, with Loren, fans will be watching every step of the way. When it comes to 90 Day Fiancé tell-alls, there's always as much drama on the couch as there is behind the cameras. And now, fans are buzzing about a shocking switch-up. TLC has decided to replace longtime host Sean Robinson with sister wives Suki Krishnan for 90 Day Fiancé, Hunt for Love. 4 years, Sean Robinson has been the face of 90 Day Fiancé reunions. Since season 4 back in 2016, she has grilled cast members, unraveled relationship secrets, and pressed for answers when couples wanted to hide behind their stories. Her poise, professionalism, and ability to get stars to spill the truth earned her recognition as a strong, knowledgeable host. But recently, fans haven't been impressed. Critics argue that Sean has grown too soft in her approach, throwing easy questions instead of pressing on the big issues. One scene that sparked heavy backlash was when she failed to push Gino on the infamous lie detector test. Viewers expected accountability, but instead, Sean let him slide. Many fans felt she was missing the mark because she didn't have a deep grasp of every detail from the season. While her style has always been polished, some critics claim it's become predictable and maybe even a little too careful. On the other hand, Suki Krishnan has carved out her own reputation with Sister Wives Tell-Alls. She's sharp, composed, and knows how to let cast members hang themselves with their own words. Suki has her own fan base, and her interviews are praised for striking a balance between empathy and confrontation. Still, some argue she goes a little too easy on the villains of the series. So when the first trailer for The Hunt for Love Tell-All dropped, fans were stunned to see Suki, not Sean, in the host chair. The internet immediately exploded with speculation. Was Sean fired? Did she step away on her own? Or is TLC simply test driving Suki to see how audiences react? Reddit lit up with debates. Some fans welcomed the change, hoping that Suki's fresh energy would shake up the format. Others were furious, saying Sean is an irreplaceable part of the franchise. One Redditor even speculated that Sean might still return for Happily Ever After, Season 9's Tell-All, suggesting that this change might only be temporary. But the backlash didn't stop there. Popular blogger 90 Day Shabuti was the first to leak the rumor that Suki would take over hosting duties. And when TLC confirmed it, viewers were divided right down the middle. While some are open to change, others feel it's a slap in the face to a host who has been loyal to the franchise for nearly a decade. The decision has left fans questioning what's really going on behind the scenes. Was Sean sidelined due to criticism of her softball style? Or was she simply ready to take a step back after years of shouldering the pressure of every tell-all? TLC hasn't made it clear whether this is a permanent change or just an experiment. What's certain is this: both Sean and Suki are skilled in their own ways. Sean has the polish, the history, and the reputation. Suki brings a newer, more calculated edge. And both of them are fixated on one goal: pulling the hottest tea from TLC's messiest stars. But for now, fans remain divided. Is this the dawn of a new era with Suki Krishnan as the face of 90 Day Tell-Alls? Or will Sean Robinson reclaim her seat, proving that no one can quite replace her? Whatever happens next, one thing is for sure: this behind-the-scenes shakeup is proving to be just as controversial as the cast members themselves. When it comes to jaw-dropping scandals and unpredictable storylines, 90 Day Fiancé's Angela Deem has always been front and center. But this time, Angela has truly stunned fans, and not just because of her fiery personality. Reports are now swirling that Angela has been caught in a steamy secret romance with none other than Biniam Schreiber. Yes, you heard that right. Angela and Biniam, together, and apparently serving full-on PDA for everyone to see. According to an exclusive insider, this wasn't just small talk or friendly banter. These two were glued to each other at a recent event, and their chemistry was undeniable. From cuddling in public to cozy snaps that scream intimacy, Angela and Biniam might just be hiding one of the most shocking romances to ever come out of the franchise. And it doesn't stop there. Angela herself has given fans plenty of fuel for speculation. Time and again, she's been spotted letting loose with Biniam, whether it's their wild dance sessions on sunny beaches or those infamous posts where she proudly declared she was going wild with him. For viewers, the writing was already on the wall. But the latest leaked photos, they take things to a whole new level. One insider spilled to TV season and spoilers that Angela and Biniam were spotted getting way too close at a private party. Forget about Michael Ilisami or Ariella Schreiber. Angela and Biniam looked like a couple without a care in the world. The two were cuddling, laughing, and sharing moments that clearly crossed the line of just friends. And then came the receipts. In one shocking snap, Angela was stretched out on an outdoor bed like Cleopatra, clutching Biniam's face as he leaned into her arms. The way she gazed at him, the way he leaned forward without hesitation, it was intimate, passionate, and impossible to ignore. Angela looked completely comfortable, as if this wasn't their first secret encounter. Another photo turned heads even more. Biniam was caught leaning into Angela's neck while she threw her head back in laughter, clutching her chest as if he was teasing her. The spark between them was undeniable, and fans who saw the photos agreed this was not just playful banter. This was chemistry that could light up a room. Naturally, the rumors have left viewers speechless. Could Angela Deem really be moving on from Michael in this way? And what about Ariella, Biniam's longtime partner? If these photos are as telling as they look, both Michael and Ariella may be watching their relationships crumble in real time. For now, Angela and Biniam are keeping quiet about the nature of their closeness. But the pictures? They're louder than words. They scream passion, chemistry, and maybe even betrayal. One thing is certain. Angela Deem has never been afraid of controversy, and if she truly has found a spark with Biniam, it could go down as one of the most explosive storylines in 90 Day Fiancé history. So, is this just wild partying between friends? Or is it the beginning of a shocking new romance that nobody saw coming? Fans are holding their breath, because with Angela and Biniam, anything is possible.